Hello, my friend, and welcome to Wisdom Trek. I am Guthrie Chamberlain, your guide to wisdom and creating a living legacy. Thank you for joining us for our 5-day-per-week Wisdom and Legacy Building podcast. This is day 463 of our trek, and today is Philosophy Friday. Every Friday, we will ponder some of the basic truths and mysteries of life and how they can impact us in creating our living legacy. Currently, each Friday, we are on a multi-week trek as we explore the teachings of some of my virtual mentors, such as Jim Rohn, Zig Ziglar, and Earl Nightingale. The core of our current trek is based primarily on Jim Rohn's book, The 5 Major Pieces to the Life Puzzle. I have learned a considerable amount from reading and rereading this book on my own trek of life, and I trust that it will benefit you also. Keeping in the continuity of Wisdom Trek, I will be adapting it to the 5 trails on Life's Trek. We are broadcasting from our studio at the Big House in Marietta, Ohio. It has been a steady week of client work, and we are making progress on unpacking all the boxes from Charlotte. This weekend, we will be working with my brother Jack on cleaning up a couple large limbs that came down in last week's storm. Fortunately, neither one did any damage to our homes, although Jack will need to replace a couple sections of a small fence off his back porch. The majority of the leaves continue to hang on as we enjoy the ever-changing colors of fall. The leaf harvest will occupy a good bit of our time over the next several weekends also. As with most of life, it is the small disciplines practiced every day that will allow us to succeed on any task, no matter how large or overwhelming it may appear at times. This is why it is so important to develop a powerful personal philosophy. And if you've missed any of the past few Philosophy Friday treks, it would be good to go back and review them and get caught up on our progress so far. We have a lot of ground to cover today, so let's break camp and continue on the first trail of our extended trek as we cover the 5 trails of Life's Trek, Philosophy Part 9. As a reminder, our overall extended trek will cover these 5 trails: philosophy, attitude, activity, results, and lifestyle. Last week on our hike, we focused on the failures in our lives, which are caused by the accumulation of poor thinking and poor choices. Failure is nothing more than a few errors in judgment repeated every day. Also, we briefly glanced at the formula for success. As we continue on our trek for today, we will focus on success, which is nothing more than a few simple disciplines practiced every day. One of the most exciting things about the formula of success is that results are almost immediately. As you voluntarily change daily errors into daily disciplines, you experience positive results in a very short period of time. When you change your diet, your health improves noticeably in just a few weeks. When you start exercising, you feel new vitality almost immediately. When you begin reading, you experience a growing awareness of a new level of self-confidence. Whatever new discipline you begin to practice daily will produce exciting results that will drive you to become even better at developing new disciplines. The real magic of new disciplines is that they will cause you to amend your thinking. If you were to start today to read a book, keep a journal, attend the class, listen more, or observe more, then today would be the first day of a new life leading to a better future. If you were to start today to try harder and in every way make a conscious and consistent effort to change subtle and deadly errors into constructive and rewarding disciplines, you would never again settle for a life of existence, not once you've tasted the fruits of a life of substance. There are those that would lead you to believe that you do not need disciplines to change your lives, that all a person needs is a little motivation. It has been established that motivation is not how people change their lives. To change a life, you must first change your thinking habits. If a person is a fool and becomes motivated, he is merely a motivated fool. To change yourself from how you are to what you want to be, you must begin with a few basics that will affect the way you think. You can greatly change your course of life by investing more time and making greater conscious effort to refine your personal philosophy. The exciting thing is that you do not have to change all that much for the results to very quickly change for you. Let's look at how disciplines tend to multiply. All disciplines affect each other. Every new discipline affects not only the discipline that you've already begun to practice, but also the disciplines that you'll soon adopt. Everything affects everything else. Some things affect you more than others, but everything that you do has an effect on everything else that you do. Not to think so is just being naive. This is where those little subtle errors can come from. By not knowing or understanding the effects of your errors on your life over an extended period of time. There is a tendency for each of us to give ourselves a license to continue undisciplined acts. We tell ourselves, this is the only error which I allow myself to be weak. This type of thinking is the beginning of delusion. for each undisciplined act tends to open a floodgate leading to other breakdowns in a chain called self-discipline. The license to give yourself to wander even momentarily outside the boundaries of self-control establishes a subtle tendency. The passing of time will eventually cause other self-imposed disciplines to erode. Since every discipline affects every other discipline, you must be very careful with all of them. You cannot allow yourself the luxury of indulging any error, day in and day out. Remember, every liberty you give yourself to continue with an error has an effect on all your other good habits, which in time has an effect on your future performance. As with all aspects of life, there is a positive side. Every new discipline affects all your other disciplines. Every new discipline that you impose on yourself will affect the rest of your personal performance in a positive way. The key is to keep looking for every small discipline you can find that will cause you to refine your thinking, amend your errors, and improve your results. You must continue looking for even the most insignificant of those errors in judgment that could be converted to a new discipline. Once the discipline cycle is started, your errors will begin to feel the effect, leaving tangible rewards in their wake as they make a hasty retreat. Another area that we want to focus on is success and happiness are easy to achieve. Taken one step at a time, all the things that success and happiness require are actually quite easy to do. Changing from errors to discipline is easy as going from failure to success. The reason why it is so easy is that you can do it, and anything that you have the ability to do is always easy. Now, you may have to work hard at the daily discipline part of the equation, but reaching out with your talent to embrace success and its rewards is very easy to do. You might be asking, if it's so easy, why don't more of us do it? Because while it is easy to do the things success and happiness require, it is also easy not to do them. This concept reminds me of a verse in the Song of Solomon, chapter 2, verse 15. Catch all the foxes, those little foxes, before they ruin the vineyard of love, for the grapevines are blossoming. This could very well be a parable for you to rid yourself of those little errors in judgment that happen each day before they ruin you, and then replace it with simple disciplines practiced each day. We are deliberately taking our trek slowly as we ponder on how to develop a powerful personal philosophy on our continued hike up the trail of philosophy today. This is not an easy hike to make. It requires changing your habits from failure to success. It requires a few simple disciplines practiced each day. Next week on our Philosophy Friday, we will continue our exploration on the formula of success and focus on the dangers of neglect and then the benefits of listening to the right voices in your life. Make sure you join us on our continuation of our trek on the trail of philosophy next Friday. I know that you'll find these insights interesting and profitable in living a rich and satisfying life. Our next trek will be Motivation Monday, where we will explore more trails on how to get and stay motivated to bring value into your world. So encourage your friends and family to join us and to come along with us on Monday for another day of Wisdom Trek, Creating a Legacy. That will finish our trek for today. Just as you enjoy these daily doses of wisdom, we ask you to help us to grow Wisdom Trek by sharing it with your family and friends through email, Facebook, Twitter, or in person when you meet with them, and invite them to come along with us each day. If you'd like to listen to any of the past daily treks, they are available at wisdom-trek.com. And don't forget to subscribe to Wisdom Trek so that each trek will be downloaded to you automatically. The journal for today's trek is available at wisdom-trek.com. And thank you so much for allowing me to be your guide, your mentor. But most importantly, I am your friend as I serve you through the Wisdom Trek podcast and journal each day. And as we take this trek of life together, let us always live abundantly, love unconditionally, listen intentionally, learn continuously, lend to others generously, lead with integrity, and then leave a living legacy each day. This is Guthrie Chamberlain reminding you to keep moving forward, enjoy your journey, and create a great day every day. See you on Monday.